There. This is H. Victoria Hargrove Atkerson. I'm an author and a writer, and I would like to continue our conversation from yesterday. We talked about what it takes to be a writer and what we need to do to start writing. The first thing, remember, is always to decide that you're going to be a writer and to accept that responsibility, which is one of the most honored traditions in the world, one of the first occupations in the world, which is being a scribe, a writer. So these are things that have always been important to civilization. So you have to commit yourself to the deed first, accept the role. Next thing you want to do is to prioritize your interests. What are you most passionate about? Think about it. Choose a subject, maybe choose two subjects and combine them. And the next thing you want to do is to choose a location. Where do you want this story to take place? Where do you want it to be situated? And then once you decide that, think about this is the next part now. Think about the time period you want to write in. Do you want to write in present day? Do you want to write about something that happened in the 1800s, the 1900s? I mean, you could just go back as far as you want to, or you can do the future, which is always, always exciting when you imagine what the possibilities are in the world. I think that is the essence of really being creative because you can maybe foresee what may be happening in the future, like Jules Verne's did. I mean, it's amazing. Okay, and to come to think of it, I thought of one Dick Tracy, that comic strip that you remember years ago. I remember them having a wristwatch that you could talk into, and look at us, we're doing it today. It's interesting, and that was like during my childhood, reading this comic book and seeing them talk on a watch. Interesting. Okay, so think about the time period you want to write in. So once you decide what time period you want to write in, I think it's really important to think about who you want to write about. What type of characters do you want to write about? Do you want to write about people who are religious, like nuns and priests or ministers? It could be a Baptist church, a Catholic church, or a Catholic religion, or whatever. You could talk about a Jewish uh, religion or whatever. Or you could go to your lifestyle, what type of lifestyle you want to do. Do you want to do something with gay people, straight people? Do you want to talk about people who are, say, cowboys, like I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to do something on the Buffalo Soldiers. I'm doing the research. The book may not happen for a few years, but it's so important to do the research. So this summer, I'm going to be doing that. Besides, it's going to be really exciting because I'm planning to go to three different states to follow the history of the Buffalo Soldiers. You could do the same thing. This is like the 1800s. Really important stuff. So think about the time period. Think about who you want to write about. Do you want to write about a family unit and talk about the dynamics in the family? You want to talk about maybe a book club? That would be really cool. Follow the lives of people in a book club. Why they get together, all the interdynamics that go on. I'm in book club, so I really know. I'm in a couple, and it's really interesting to see how the group works and sometimes how it doesn't work. It's really cool. So think about your subject, think about who you're going to write about, and then you want to break that down into your personalities. What personalities do you want to write about? Your characters. We'll talk about character development as a subject all in its own because it's a world of all of its own. It's really one of the most fascinating things about writing is doing your character development. A lot of people do not spend enough time on that for me because I think that's one of the most important elements of your story is to write about your characters and who they are. And you have to be able to see them yourself in order for others to see them through you. So think about those things, which is really, really, really important. The next thing, think about the issues you want to bring up in your book, whether it's something political, something that is just something that may have happened in the news. Sometimes you may see something that was on maybe a murder or a robbery or anything like that, or something that happened in a school setting. I mean, there's so much going on today. You could really, the world is open to you. So you just got to think about those things that interest you. You think about the big subject that your story is going to encompass, but what type of issues are you going to bring up in that subject through different characters and through different scenes within your book where it's going to be located. So develop that, and then we're going to do some more developing a little later. But it's important that you do these preliminary steps in the beginning because it's a discipline. You're teaching yourself to do this. So the next time you write a book, you may not have to do all these different steps, but you will have internalized them and it will become a part of your writing style and your writing habit. So do not overlook these things. I think it's really critical that you look at that and examine each one of those aspects for themselves. Okay. So keep that in mind and we'll cover more next time. Okay. In the meantime, you take care of yourself. Take the time to enjoy the holidays. Decorate your house like I'm in the process of doing right now. And share your life with someone to really special. Love someone special. And most of all, love to you. Take care.